Meet Sora. She's part kitten, part mysterious fluff. And as of late, she's the coolest, most bad-to-the-bone hunter in the house. She's 7 months old, has glowing golden eyes, and looks like someone accidentally spilled ink onto a fluffy white cloud. We found her at a shelter, and she's on the way to joining our esteemed patrons, Yuki and Koko, at the Grand Meowtel. Are they ready for a new roommate? Honestly, I didn't ask. And are we prepared to manage this delicate merger? Well, Sora showed up at the shelter as a 4-pound stray in January. She somehow survived the coldest part of winter alone, suggesting either secret superpowers or the sheer stubbornness of a cat unwilling to pay rent. Seeing the wear and tear on her paws, we knew she had been solo for a while. Naturally, we did the most sensible thing we could think of, gave her an all-expenses-paid ticket to our 5-star feline retreat. Here at the Grand Meowtel, the finest cat hotel this side of the laundry room, we pride ourselves on being at least 47% prepared for any situation. Luckily, Sora's arrival was delayed just enough to make up for the other 53% and gave us a weekend to get ready. Her room would be Yuki and Koko's beloved office, of which I had to kick them out of. We pulled up scratch boards, removed fountains and dishes, and vacuumed a space destined to be eternally fur-covered. And of course, we assembled Sora's deluxe welcome kit. A fancy cat fountain, a poopy box, a personal blanket just for her, mini scratch pad, and clearance holiday toys. Plus, we added a human-sized bed so she wouldn't spend her nights alone. Meanwhile, Yuki and Koko, I wouldn't say they were bothered, more like neutral curious. It was time to bring Sora into her new home. Naturally, there's an air of skittishness, and we prepared for her possible hesitant tiptoeing. But instead, she calmly stepped out of the carrier, glanced around, and jumped to the top of the cat tree to inspect her new kingdom. It was about 15 minutes later, and her cuddle switch activated. She jumped down from the tree, melted into our arms, purred like a tiny motor, and demanded all the love we could possibly muster up for her. She was dirty, stinky, covered in surgery ink, and the absolute sweetest love bug ever. Her first meal at our establishment was chicken and gravy, devoured immediately. It's quite possible it was her first worthy wet food feast in her life. The next day, we immediately became helicopter parents and nervously checked the cameras, concerned about her post-surgery recovery and lingering cold. Naturally, we needn't have worried. Turns out while we were gone, she had already mastered the art of luxurious napping in our bookcase. All day long. Now, every evening without fail, she welcomes us home with signature cuddles and purring, ready for human friends. After settling in at warp speed, we thought she'd surely be up for immediate adventures. This is probably a good time to acknowledge that most of my cat presumptions have been wrong, including all the ones I just presumed wrong about, and this one as well. We thought we'd start with playtime. At first, toys utterly baffled her. If we tossed a toy, she'd jump back as if personally insulted. If she chased it, sure. Then she'd sit next to it, contemplating its existential meaning. But slowly, something clicked. It started with a paw tap, a hesitant bite, and before we knew it, she was springing through the air like an acrobat, and finally sinking her teeth into her favorite toy like a good kitty hunter. And it turns out, Sora actually loves to play. She just kind of needed a tutorial. Meanwhile, we thought the other two would be off doing their own thing, like lounging in sunbeams and chasing bugs. We found that Koko and Yuki both took up mostly full-time careers as cat detectives. Every check-in on Sora included the two of them stationed at the top of the stairs. If their behaviors could be verbalized, it was like, "We know there's a cat in there. Open the door already." Their dedication is honestly impressive. I brought up Koko's tent so he could camp out and express all his weirdiums, while Yuki, of course, has been busy at work digging a hole under the door, as if that will magically open it. Clearly, meeting Sora has become basically the only important thing in their little world right now.
Hello. Hey, sweetie. Hey. Hey, look at you.
We waited over a week to introduce everyone because of Sora's upper respiratory infection, and extra precautions because of Koko's struggle with rhinitis. After Googling and watching The Cat Whisperer, we decided to favor the gate method, or some name similar to that. While the cats might be going mad with suspense, we're continuing on with Cat Diplomacy 101. Part 1, install a baby gate for controlled meet and greet. Part 2, welcome mutual sniffs and cautious stares. And 3, hope for minimum cat rebellion. Honestly, we thought they were all doing really well, and we gave out a lot of cat treats to facilitate their friendship. But the wait for us really still wasn't over. Suspense continued for days. We had them eat near each other by the gate, their dinner entertainment, each other. Yuki was probably the most curious. Something is making noise, and she needs to know what it is. Koko, though, was totally ready to skip formalities and go straight to playtime. And Sora, happily munching on her food, oblivious to any type of suspense whatsoever. She didn't react much when Koko and Yuki pawed from the other side, but when they disappeared from the gate, she'd immediately approach to find her audience. And after many meals and scent swaps, Mommy and Daddy decided they'd like to go back to their real life and their real schedule again, so we finally planned the introduction. Krista and I looked at a lot of recommendations on introducing cats, and our favorite was having Santa come and rain down presents. I made multiple plates of cat snacks, including plain unsweetened yogurt and some of their favorite crunchies. And I also pulled out some of their favorite toys. For Sora, it's the dancing feather, Koko's favorite is the shrimp tempura, and Yuki's jam are typically springs and crinkles. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to open the gate.
Come on, you guys. Come on, babies. Hi. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you are. What's in there? Sweetheart. Good girl. Here's a good sweetheart. You guys want some snackies?
And that was it. No hissing, no dramatic slow motion leap into battle, just 3 cats calmly showing up to a party, eating their snacks, and going about their business like professionals. Honestly, anticlimactic, but in the best way possible. And after that, we left the gate open, and the 3 of them have been together ever since. So I guess the big question is, are Yuki, Koko, and Sora actually friends? The short answer is yes, definitely. Cuddle time? Check. Grooming sessions? Confirmed. Playtime? Check. Sora is now over 5 pounds, paws healed, and she's perfectly completes our cat constellation. Although Yuki occasionally still tests reality, every so often she'll boop Sora's head just to see if she's real. Sora gets startled and runs away, but Yuki, she just sits there like, did I imagine that?